Most of my bakery friends had no idea how much love I had for the history of our industry. Now they know.
Welcome to the Bundy Baking Museum, tucked away in an early 19th century restored mill in Urbana, Ohio, at the corporate headquarters of Bundy Baking Solutions.
As far as I know, we have the only museum of its kind in America. I have friends that say it's the only one like it maybe in the world, and we feel so happy and pleased to be able to have this collection of bakery history. About 1972 or 3, there's a bakery in Newport News, Virginia, and I saw some old signs on the wall, and we were dismantling the entire bakery. I said, what a shame to be throwing away some of this bakery history. So that turned on my brain to start collecting some memorabilia from this great industry.
The Bundy Baking Museum is dedicated to preserving the heritage, history, and spirit of the baking industry.
I started out as a very young guy in this industry. There were hundreds of bakers in every part of this country that I personally knew. Unfortunately, so many of them now are gone. And to preserve their names and their history is very important to me. The reason I've worked so hard to build this museum is to share it with everybody in our industry.
Growing up around my dad was sort of like growing up around P.T. Barnum. He always had a vision bigger than life. And as a young child, when he started off selling used baking pans, I always knew my dad was coming home because I could hear his car rattling down the street with used pans in the trunk of his car. And I said, Bundy, your dad's gonna be home any minute.
The vast collection includes memorabilia honoring the people, products, equipment, and advertising that influenced and defined commercial baking during the 20th century.
And today, we have 3 levels of unbelievable memorabilia, and we love it.
In the early 20th century, bakers relied on many different kinds of conveyance to ensure timely distribution. From distinctive bicycles and one-of-a-kind rickshaws, to this authentic horse-drawn sleigh used to deliver baked goods during winters in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. With the advent of the motorized vehicle, bakers enlisted new, more efficient, and sometimes unique vehicles to deliver their products to a broader customer base. Distribution wasn't the only area where bakers innovated and excelled. Marketing and advertising have seen some tremendous advances in the baking field. Pioneering bakers created colorful packaging to attract consumers and often relied on famous personalities from the sports field and the silver screen to endorse their products.
I feel very lucky that I have a piece from the World's Fair in 1939. I found it in a garage in New Jersey in horrible condition. So I had to rebuild the bloody thing, but it looks great.
Restoring much of the memorabilia in this bigger-than-life collection wasn't the only challenge.
I had enormous challenges on some of the signages I have. When they're 24 or 30 feet long and 12 feet high, we had to have cranes and have special trucking to bring them from the south or the west or wherever.
In the last decade, the Bundy Museum collection has grown significantly because of the contributions of others in the baking industry.
We've had people give us collections that they've kept for 2 generations. Trucks that have been entrusted to us. Artwork has been entrusted to us by corporations. And people just want to share and be part of this dream. But probably what always grasps me the most is the people, the faces and the characters that you see in the vision of people that were original baking company owners.
The Bundy Baking Museum is currently developing a Wall of Founders exhibit that pays homage to the early pioneers of the American commercial baking industry. The museum also houses plaques for all inductees of the American Society of Baking's Hall of Fame, the only set found outside AIB International in Manhattan, Kansas. And there's even a special area devoted to the bakers, equipment suppliers, co-workers, and loyal customers who have helped Bundy Baking Solutions grow over the years.
Well, Russ is a very proud person. I think anyone who knows him knows that. He's very loving to this industry, very grateful for this industry, and this is a testament to that.
People need two things in life. They need bread and shoes. And thank God we're in the bread industry.
You always say the inspiration always comes from the past. And when you look at the past, it leads you to the future. And you see the dedication and the passion and the love that people before us had for this industry. Absolutely, it brings passion. Well, the museum is something that grounds us. It gives us a starting point of why we're all coming to work every day. You know, what it did to our family, what it does for everyone in our communities, what it does for this country, what it does for the world. We feed people. It's a special place, and I think it's a wonderful tribute to the people before us.
I want to welcome all people who are in our industry to come to our museum. That's what it's for. It's not for me, it's for them. And this industry has been so good to us. This is my small way of paying back, and I'm still looking for a lot more. So if you know of anything out there, ladies and gentlemen, call me Collect.